Live.
That's it.
It's the stream is live.
Let's give it a couple of minutes and it'll kick in.
Yeah, I'll start speaking in a minute. Good evening, everybody. I don't know if you're all out there in. Oh, it tells me I'm live. Oh, it's telling me I'm live everywhere. So, hi, everybody. Hope you've had a good week, a good couple of weeks. Been pretty busy where we are. Quieter this week than last week. But I hope everybody's okay. If you could just let me know that you can see and hear me, please, in the chat. If anybody could just confirm it. I haven't got a clue what we're going to talk about tonight. I had a really busy day, busy week, and I haven't really had much chance to look at anything, but I'm sure we'll be good to find something. Hopefully there's somebody out there. Anybody out there? I haven't got anybody confirming it yet, but I'm sure we will. Russ will be back in a minute. Hey, hi Nat. Can you hear me all okay? Am I loud and clear? Oh, feel a bit croaky actually. And no, it's not 20 a day. Not anymore. Cheers, Stuart. Thank you. I haven't got round to reading your book yet, but I'm going to.
Just go away.
And that was Russell just telling us all he's going away. Evening, Phil. You all right? So, Russell. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Nice bit of banter about the shirts. How are you down there? All good, I hope. So if anybody's got anything they'd like to talk about or like us to try and approach, if we can, if we know anything, put it in the chat, because that would really help us tonight.
Hello, 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 hello.
I've just said hello to our lovely viewers there.
Can you do me a favour, Side? Move your mic in a bit.
They all say they can hear me all right.
You keep it right in front of you.
Oh, I hate that.
No, but no. Turn the mic around. Take the pop off.
What's the pop?
That thing in front of it. I've just got on. I've just been on YouTube, and it was very, very weird.
What about now?
A lot better.
It could be my croaky voice, but Flugelbinder said it's all good. Nat said it's all good. Have you washed your ears out?
Wash my ears out. Right. Let's go live, shall we?
Let's go live, yeah.
Right. Talk button off. White eye on. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1. That's it. All right. Let's go.
I order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return forthwith to your place of origin or to the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
We'll get to that, Kelly.
That's good. Thank you. That's a brilliant question.
Whoa. Just hold up 1 minute there. It's not who you're going to call, but it's who you're going to listen to. And if you ain't afraid of no ghost, stay tuned for the EGH Paranormal Talk Show.
I can't find the wrong. You know what? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the EGH Paranormal Talk Show. I've got three mouses in front of me, and I didn't know which one to click. So I think I'm live. I think we are. I definitely think we are.
Yeah, I think you can see it. Yeah.
But I don't know about Pulse Talk Radio because I hit the wrong button and it took me off air, then on air. Welcome everybody. Hello everybody. Welcome to everybody that has joined us on the Paranormal Talk Show. It is Friday the 27th of October 2023. We are live on all the platforms tonight. We are live on Pulse Talk Radio. We are live on TikTok as well. So welcome to everybody that's over on TikTok.
Wow.
Make sure you hit that like button for us so we know that you are there in the TikTok world for us. And then we are also live on YouTube and Facebook as well for the EGH Paranormal Talk Show weekly every Friday. Let's see who's in the chat, shall we? Let's say hello to Natalie's in the chat. We've got Jackie in the chat. We've got Kelly in the chat. We've got Flugel in the chat. We've got Ryan in the chat. We've got Steph in the chat. We've got the lovely Heidi Hansen all the way from Denmark in the chat.
Heidi.
We've got the lovely Marianne Dixon in the chat and Lisa Vose in the chat. If I forgot anybody, I do apologize. Stuart is also in the chat as well. So welcome everybody to the EGH Paranormal Talk Show, live and exclusive around the globe. And it's me, myself, Russell, and we've got the lovely Simon that is joining us tonight. We haven't got much to talk about. I don't know, but we've got loads of watchers on TikTok. Hit that like button for me, guys. Please hit that like button on TikTok for us. And we're gonna start. What is your TikTok like goal? What's your I haven't got a clue, Ryan. I just want the likes being hit.
I think it's off the crossbar onto the post and in.
Well,
Makes sense.
that first week that we had TikTok going, the thing is, I don't think people hear you, Simon. That is my only trouble.
Can everybody hear me?
No, on TikTok.
Oh.
I don't know if everyone hears Simon on TikTok, because it runs totally different to other things as well. Do you get feedback? Can you hear feedback when you talk?
No, not at all. Clear as day.
Right. So hopefully we can, if anybody's watching on TikTok, hello everybody. Thank you for all your likes. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, you can. Can you hear me? And then can you hear Simon? So introduce yourself, Simon, to the world of TikTok.
Hello, I'm Simon. I think it's great. I don't know what to really say about TikTok, but I know I'm here.
Yeah. Hello, Simon. You've got Joe that is watching. So yes, people can hear you on
Brilliant.
TikTok. So that's all I need here. We're already at 735 likes.
That's good.
But that first time we went live on TikTok, it was 27,000. So if I beat that, then that's my goal, Ryan. Okay, in 2 hours to beat that goal. So thank you, everybody. But no, we haven't really got a subject to talk about this week. But I did have a quick one that I just want to run past Simon. I can see Kelly's got a question.
Yes, good. Good.
So I'm just going to hold Kelly there for a minute. And I'm going to highlight that so I know where to go back. All right. So I know that. So Kelly, we will be coming back to your question, but anyone in TikTok world, please ask a question. If you want to ask a question, so many people are saying hello to you, Simon, on TikTok, and they can't even see you. That's even weirder than weird itself. There has to be a way that I can link this to TikTok.
No, don't worry, because you might lose views if you put me. Really.
So please share on all the platforms. But we'll come back to Kelly in a minute. We're going to answer that question. But you guys as well, if you've got any questions, it can be anything related to the paranormal. Don't think it has to be spiritual stuff, anything ghosts or anything like that. It can be, we'll have an open forum. It could be oracle cards, it can be tarot cards, it can be trance, it can be a bit of anything. It could be ufology if you wanted to really swing it in there, the link between the universe and things like that. So please, get your questions in, because we're going to be answering them as we can. But one thing that I will say to you is that a very well-known podcast has turned into a TV show over the last couple of weeks. And see, and Stuart doesn't believe that he's psychic. Okay, just as we speak. Have you seen? If so, what is your? And this is just what my opening question was going to be. Okay, I have watched the first episode tonight. I had a spare 50 minutes. I'm quite glad that it is a longer version.
Yes. Yeah. And looking at it, and I've seen the second episode. So I've watched the second episode last night or the night before, I think. And he revisits the first.
Right. And
that is really good. What do I think of it? I think it's brilliant. And that first one, did you see where they got Kieran? He didn't have an answer. He did not have an answer. He couldn't come back on that. But then he does say, Kieran does say, you know, when they say, do you believe in ghosts? He'd say no, but he does believe there's something there.
Yeah.
Kieran, okay. So, yeah.
I think even though, Kieran didn't answer, I know what question he didn't answer. I just think it was, to be fair, I think it was too blatant of an answer that he didn't want to give. I think if he gave his true answer, I think it would have not made the best TV. For sense of a phrase. Just for the sheer fact is that it was the simple quick answer to it was like they found a pit, or didn't they? They found a picture, they found a name linked to the area of where they was investigating. The simple answer to that was they could have seen it subliminally anywhere. They lived in the village. It was a famous family going by it. But I don't think he wanted to give it that bluntly. And I think they caught him at a point where they didn't want to be that blunt.
I don't know. I did actually think he didn't have I don't think he had an answer. I'd like to ask him that question. Did you have an answer? Not obviously on Uncanny, not for television, but I'd like to ask him offline. Did he have that answer?
Yeah.
No, I think it's brilliant. I don't know what you think, Stuart, or any of our viewers, what they think of it, but Uncanny, we've listened to the podcasts and they were superb. I love all the Uncanny podcasts. And I think it's good. I really think it's good because I don't think he believes. Does he? Danny Robbins doesn't believe.
No, I don't. And I think he does, but I don't quite know what he believes in.
Yeah.
Same as Kieran a little bit. I think Kieran is blunt.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Kieran is there to be blunt and honest about, look, I don't believe it, but I believe something's there. But with Danny Robbins, I think it is along the lines of, I can't be that blunt. I can't believe that blunt. But Flugel is going to see the live show on Monday.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Let us know what it's like.
Stuart, I found the Battersea Pulse guys more interesting than the series. I'm on the same way. I like the two. I think it's because I like a story.
I think with the podcast, it was left to your imagination a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, but you can actually see these places when you're there. So, but I think the more you go into a podcast, the more your imagination runs with you as well, I think.
Yeah, but with the series over the longer versions, it gives you a sense of story.
Yeah.
They leave you on cliffhangers to go back. With the actual podcast ones, it's over within that 20 minutes, isn't it? It's done and dusted. But with the actual Battersea Poltergeist and the Witch Farm,
they were good.
It's a story, isn't it? It's like reading a book for many people. So I'm with Stuart on that one. I do like him. Not to say I don't like the Uncanny podcast, but what I do like is the fact that when they've turned it to TV, they've actually made more of it within an hour.
Yes, it's very good. It's very good.
The concept of it, which I found quite, is the concept of their making. Did you see the Philip experiment?
No.
In the first episode, the Philip experiment, where the creators all got together.
Yes.
Fictionally made up a ghost story, and they did table tipping, and they got it to work.
Yes, I did.
So there I'm thinking, well, I'm watching that and thinking, well, you're putting this in the middle of a paranormal show, which is balanced quite well, but that really heavily balanced it against, so Team Skeptic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Um,
And to be quite honest, if you look at it, Russ, if you look at sort of facts and figures, I think it's a 60-40 split in people that believe and don't believe, and the 40% are believers. So you've still got 60% of people that don't believe.
yeah, and
That's still quite a lot.
but the good thing is with these is what I call investigations, or these stories, or these hauntings, is that 9 times out of 10 of these hauntings are what I believe are true.
Yeah.
Now, loosely,
Yeah.
like the witch farm. Okay, the witch farm. I'm going to use that one as a borderline to the first episode of Uncanny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I liked about this episode was when the lady come out and said, "I've only ever told 5 people."
Yeah.
I've only ever told 5 people. She's kept it to herself. Now, other stories that have made headlines, the first thing that come out of their mouth was, "I went to the papers." And this is
Yeah.
why I think this is balanced. And this is why I like the uncanny stories, because of I feel they are genuine people that have had a genuine haunting, and they don't want people to know because they're frightened of people making them look stupid.
Yeah. The thing that struck me with it is the one I watched last week, and the one I watched this week is, and it does ring true, that when you go back, the people that have moved in their houses afterwards feel nothing.
Yeah.
And we've witnessed this as well with places like the Cage, places, so is it with those people?
Because with that one, they had it before, didn't they? The first episode of the Uncanny was they had it with people that moved in before.
Yeah.
Remember the 2 sisters?
Yes.
They had it before as well. So they sort of the stories do cross very, very well. And this is what I'm saying. Not either one of them hauntings, they both saw the same stuff. They both described the woman that was haunting the bedroom.
Yeah.
But they made no song and dance about it. But you could physically see the main character in it, not the 2 sisters, but the main woman. Can't think of her name. I do apologize if you are listening on TikTok or YouTube, Instagram, Pulse Talk, whatever.
But
she was physically taken back when she was explaining the stories. You could sense, you can't make up that fear within the voice.
When you watch the next one, it's the same thing. He's had it. He told very, very little people. And then his then sister then sort of comes into it, and he's, and it's quite amazing. But, why would you keep that quiet? Because that man, the man in this program lived there, I think, till he was about 22. So he lived in the house a long time.
And this is what makes me believe the Uncanny series more.
Yeah.
This is why I like the Uncanny series, because I do believe that they've actually gone through a process of talking to these people. I reckon he has hundreds of people messaging him, ringing it. When it says, if you've got a ghost story to tell you, there's going to be hundreds.
Oh, yeah.
So they have to
agree. Yeah.
Drip out the drivel that comes through for a lot of people. But is what I like about it, Simon, is the ones I've seen the whole episode and the next one, it looks the same. They haven't gone for the fame early. They've never gone for it straight away. And okay, this may be fame in a sense, but we're talking 30 years.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that?
No, I
noise?
agree with what you're saying. I do agree with what you're saying. But then, as you've said to me before, why would you stay there for all that time? You've said that to me, haven't you?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
would you stay there in a house all that time when it was giving you that?
yeah. But is what I
Uh,
would, and that's. But then that's what I'm saying about these haunting stories
Yeah.
is that there's a balance between the haunting story and the fame.
Yeah.
I don't think
Quite
these people
possibly.
that we're talking to are after any claim to fame. I don't think they, you know, I haven't watched the second one, but obviously at the end of the uncanny first one, they leave you on a cliff. The next,
Yeah.
the
Yeah. And
next case
but they do
study
go back to it. So that's good. Yeah. They do go
is
back to it.
poltergeist.
Yeah.
Straight away, they use the word poltergeist. It's
Yeah.
hooked you. It's hooked you. You're in for it. I'm in for it. The next one, I'm in for it.
Yeah.
All right. I want to watch it because I
It's
find
very good, actually.
very,
It's very good. It's very
yeah.
good.
So, but it is very good. I think it's balanced to a real good point.
I think it gives both skeptics and paranormal investigators a good 50-50 split on it, if you get my meaning, because they give a paranormal investigator time and they give Kieran O'Keefe time to talk about things. That's very, very balanced. So you make your own conclusions.
Yeah, I do think it's balanced, and even Jackie has put there. Obviously, Jackie has watched it because I love the concept of the time slip.
Yes, yeah,
which was unbelievable, unbelievable. It come out of nowhere.
yes,
So is it something to do with the town, Cambridge? I think it was Cambridge, wasn't it? Cambridge,
yeah. And there's one
Melbourne, Cambridge.
yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one last night was again. It was yeah. You got to watch it. It's really, really good. Really good.
And that's what it really does. I found it really interesting. It was something that I could sit there and watch, and I actually.
But don't you find that with the podcast when we were listening to the podcast, you're always waiting for the next one?
Yeah,
especially Battersea. We couldn't wait. We could not wait. Could
the
we?
Battersea one was different to the Witch one.
Yeah, and I must admit, I couldn't wait for the next Witch one.
No, exactly the same. Exactly the same. It was a great boom, 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 boom podcast. Really, really in depth, really good. But the Witch one was out of context with what the whole canny process was.
Yeah, but
in my eyes.
But again,
I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying
knocking it. If you look at this, the paranormal show, what we do, we talk mainly about ghosts, etc., etc. We don't go much to the other parts of ufology, things like that. I suppose you've got to cross the line to go demonic and things like that, and that's what that's what they're doing. Uncanny's not a show about poltergeist, is it? It's a show that it is uncanny. So I see what I believe. You know, I know what I saw. We've
got a comment coming in on TikTok from Sarah Murphy. The ghost stories of the Liverpool Bold Street are great, especially the time slips. And that was when that, what we was just talking about. And it's like, you know what? That would have been freaky. And the most important thing about all that, it was witnessed by two different people.
Yes. Yeah.
Two different people that have never, obviously the only time they met was at that time slip. Which is, unless they know each other and they're doing it on purpose, which I don't think that's necessarily what it is, but I'd love to do a little bit more investigating into that Bold Street time slip, because I think that is the crossover between spirit and what would you call it, ufology side of things.
Yeah, like a parallel world, a twilight, Twilight Zone. Yeah.
So that goes into sort of a whole different. And there is a massive link. There is a massive link there between the paranormal, what I would call the spirit side of paranormal, what we do, ghost hunting and everything like that. And there is a strong link to this interdimensional whatever you are calling it on the other side.
Yeah. Yes.
And another thing I will say, what is good about the whole Uncanny series, and I don't mean this to anyone to offend anybody, that it is British. It's British.
Through
And
and
when
through.
I say that, not one mention in that first episode was of a demon.
Yeah.
Not
That-
one.
Exactly.
And that is so refreshing.
Yeah. It
And
is.
you know, we could all look of where it's being broadcast to is an issue, but I think they've played the game right, and I think they've kept it to a point of
Oh, it's good. It's brilliant.
it's not everything is demonic.
No, of course it isn't.
Not everything is demonic in that world. So why do we have to go to it? Because it makes good TV? Of course it does. The
course it does,
demonic sells.
Yeah.
You know, it sells Hollywood films. It sells mega bucks.
Of course it does. Yes.
But
Yeah.
there is not a good program out there.
I tell you what.
Uncanny doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think Uncanny would be welcomed by a US audience as well. To be honest,
I don't know.
I think it would. Do you know? I think it would.
I don't think it's. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying it any disrespect to anybody that's listening. Please, like all our American friends, if you're listening on Pulse Talk, I don't feel it hits their demographic.
Oh, I don't know.
I think they like, you know, they love the Zach Bagans possession, haunted, you know, demonic.
Maybe,
And that's
maybe, but I don't know. I think they'd like it. I do think they'd find that pretty good.
I'd like to say yes, but I just don't think it's. I don't think it's horror enough. I don't think it's horror enough. If they said, if they don't have to change, you know, to make it a captive for the American audience, the demon nun that walked into the bedroom straight away, just called it a demon nun. You've sold it. Sarah Murphy has said it's true. I love a good demon scary movie. I think Aliens, etc., are more popular in the US. That's Sarah Murphy over on TikTok. Thank you ever so much for everyone that is joining us on all our social medias tonight. We've got a lot of viewers on. YouTube and Facebook. Joined with a lot of viewers over on TikTok. So hit that like button on TikTok for me. If you've got any questions, please put them in any comment. I'm trying to read both at the same time. I think I'm doing a pretty good job at the moment.
Yeah.
It weren't like last week.
It'd been carnage.
Yeah. So any questions that you want to ask us, guys, about the paranormal field? We've been talking about Uncanny, the new paranormal show that is hold on. Let's have. Should we go straight into? Do you think that we have finished that one and go into? We've
had him, Phil.
Yeah, we've had
Danny
him as a
Robbins
guest.
been on the show. Yeah,
we've had Danny Robbins. If you go back, I don't know if it was on Facebook. It might have been. Go back.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's definitely there, Phil. We've had Danny on.
Yeah, it was really good, and he's as good as he is.
It doesn't change from what you see on Uncanny, really.
No.
He's the same guy. He comes over really good to chat to.
I just like his little puns.
Yeah.
Are you with Team Skeptic, or are you a believer? It's good little captions. He's got good little things. Right. So we're let's just go, Karen, and I'll go back up to Kelly's question. Okay. Right. This is a bit of a controversial question and something that has been bothering me. Do you think that when we were all talking to the child ghost, that you should shout at them? When we did Hitch in school and Claire got taken over by Archie, everyone was being really horrible to him.
I'll answer you because I wasn't on that particular group. I don't know. You probably was, Russ. If it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen in your group.
Yes.
But I think you should treat any spirit as you would human. I don't think you should change anything you do in life to the spirit world, to be honest. I think if I was going to shout at a child, I would only shout at a child if they were putting themselves in danger. But
I think
and
there
you've
needs to
also
be.
got in spirit world, you've also got to look at spirit children because they're not always spirit children.
No. I'll put a bit of context to this. I just want to say to there's a gentleman, a good friend over on TikTok that has joined us, Dead Friend Redemption. He went in for an operation a few weeks back. There was a few complications. I'm glad that you are back on TikTok, Dead. I'm glad you're on the mend. I wish you all the better. All right.
Yeah.
All the healing was sent to you when we got the news. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're on the mend. It's good to see him on the chat.
Yeah, he's back on chat. Yeah,
he's back on our TikTok chat. So, Dead, thank you so much. I hope you had an amazing time off. It was a lovely holiday. But we was all thinking of you at the time because obviously I did a podcast for you, and when we found out you wasn't too well after your operation, it was a bit worrying. But glad you're still with us, and I don't know how to put it any other way. And you're still on TikTok, so all the love to you guys. All right. So let's put a bit of a context to this this story. Okay, so the person we Claire got taken over by Archie, yeah, and he was a little shit.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So when you say, would I speak to someone? I would judge on how he was disruptive to the class. Okay. He was that student that was disruptive to the class.
Okay.
So I felt he needed to be spoken to how he would have been spoken to
back in the day. Yeah, fine.
Back in the day. He was a little shit. We wouldn't be able to do it now, but we're talking Victorian times. It's a Victorian school.
Oh, God, yeah.
He would have got the cane. He would have had other things beat up, So, yeah, but would I talk to every spirit the same? No, I judge the situation on how that is, how I would see it. But for the context of that's he was a little brat. And then you had Steph, I think Steph's in the chat, was the one that was frustrated that she couldn't learn because he was being so disruptive.
Right, okay.
And then, so...
Yes, in that case, yeah, you're going to shout.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be stoned. You're going to be stoned.
Yeah.
Probably the word.
And that's how I would see it.
Yeah. Great.
So I think there's a difference between horrible.
Yeah.
Would I say I was horrible or we was horrible to him? No. But I said, look, if you don't communicate and pipe down a bit, you can go back to your slums where you've come from. Be grateful where you are, getting fed and watered.
Mm.
So yeah, maybe, maybe sometimes you do overplay the situation, but there has to be a balance, I think.
Yes. Yeah, there does have to be a balance, and that goes into sometimes thinking if you've got the difference between. Sometimes it can just be an angry spirit as well that you're faced with.
Yeah, I was at that one. I think it was kept to how he would have been handled at the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it was. For you to ask that question, Karen, then go give us an exact, why you made you feel different.
Yeah. Why did it bother you?
Yeah. Ross, good evening, Ross. Hope you're doing well. Right, so let me go. Yeah, I don't know if Karen will get back to us within time, but we've got loads of people on TikTok. Hit that like button for me as much as you can. That would be great. Okay, just get to 5,000 for the show. I'm not asking for 27,000 because that was amazing last time. But yeah, let's see if Karen comes back to us.
Yeah, I'd like to know what's been bothering her in that
Yeah.
respect.
Because we talk about it, and you think, let's take some examples where we've dealt with children that let's take that the not famous one, but the one that sticks in my head the most is the child at the secret nuclear bunker. Remember when we had to lead him out of the bunker?
Yes.
You treated him as he needed to be treated.
Yeah, and I think you do. Yeah, but would I ever go out? No, yeah, yes, yeah. As you say, I think you've got to judge everything on its when you're there and what you're communicating with.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people will be saying demonic and this, that, and the other, or not, and they're angry. And once you get down to actually talking to that spirit and find out what's wrong, you can usually turn the situation around. When you can't, then yeah, you've got problems.
Yeah. I think that's, but that's not me. I'm just filling up my drink water. Sorry. Before everyone says he's having a wee. I'm not. I'm just filling up my drinks water. Yeah, I think you have to play it. I think you have to balance it.
Yeah.
I think you very much have to balance it. How
and I try not to go anywhere with preconceived ideas because that's wrong.
Yeah.
That is really wrong. If somebody will tell you, oh, you've got a really, really dodgy whatever in there, and yeah, after time you're going and there's nothing dodgy in there at all.
No, but it's different. A blunt answer to that question, Karen. If a spirit come up and said, "Oi, you, what you doing here?" I'd say, "You talking to?" That's how. Let's have it, Karen. Because when I was speaking to Archie / Claire, we had a calm conversation, and after finding about his sad existence, I felt sorry for him. But then if he's
there was a lot though at that school, Karen. There was a lot of sadness. There was a lot of wrongdoing in that school. A lot of wrongdoing that I'm not going to go into because it's not the right place. But yeah, I actually got that feeling. In some places, I felt actually sick, and I did feel sorry for a lot of the children in that school.
But it would
So
have
I
been.
will agree with you there. And that could have made him how he was. That could have made him how he was.
And I think that is a part. I think that is the sign of the times, isn't it? Back then.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Does that? It wasn't. It wasn't nice.
No, it wasn't.
It's not. I think let's be blatantly honest and blunt with this. Would our children of today be able to cope with what they had back then? No.
Would we be able to cope with what?
Probably not.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't.
No,
simple as we wouldn't,
because they were treated like horrid. They were treated horrible.
Yeah.
So
disease. It was not only that; it was disease. It was. It was slum. They were living in slumland.
And even when I think that is a little. See this, Karen's put, because we were speaking to actually felt. But then that's the balance of the whole spiritual world. There, you had good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
You had Karen and Claire consoling to me and Steph, who was Steph was just frustrated with the child that she had that she couldn't learn.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I get that. I do get that. And you imagine teaching in those days. God.
So you do get some random things on TikTok, I'm telling you. There's one message come through from Zach saying, "Can you say Little Richie?" Don't get it.
Zach.
Zach Z-A-K. Zach.
It's not Zach Baggins, is it?
I don't know, but if it is, welcome. He says,
welcome, Zach. I can do Little Richard. Don't know if I
little,
can get hold of him tonight, though. You can give me a couple of hours.
Little Richie, can you say Little Richie?
Little Richard.
Yeah, you do get some very random stuff come up on. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the chat over on TikTok. 3,400 likes.
That's good.
5,000 would be good. 5,000 would be great. Welcome to everybody that has joined us on all our socials tonight. We are getting multi-social. I don't know what else we can join. Can we?
Well, BBC.
So welcome to everybody that has joined us. Broadcasting around the world. Evening, chaps. How are you both? Hello, Craig.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Craig. Cheers. Yeah, good. All good.
Good. So that answers that question, I think. I hope that answers your question, Karen. But now I've got to go somehow. I've got to get back up, right, to the question that Kelly asked. Kelly, are you still in the chat? Kelly asked, what was the team's first experience knowing they had the gift?
What?
So
team or team members are we talking about?
Well, I'm assuming Kelly's asking us.
Okay.
Because I won't speak on behalf of anybody else, because they all have their own different.
Spirits know they had the gift. Yeah, I know mine.
So
I do know mine.
Yeah, you go first, because I think you had. I think you was quite a split decision though on your gift though.
No, but thinking about it, the first time I communicated with anybody that was talking to me as I'm talking to you now was at Carl Christmas.
Yeah, but
I think she led me somewhere. She showed me something that I couldn't possibly have known. I couldn't have got that name because I'd never been there in my life. So, and she showed me what she needed done.
I just got a hat and a moustache sent to me on TikTok, and they come up with a hat and a moustache. Thank you, whoever sent the hat and moustache. Red Dead sent me a hat and moustache. I don't get TikTok. I love it though. I love it. I absolutely think it's brilliant. And we just got sent another 10 pumpkins. And do you know what the funniest thing was? I'm sorry, but after when we did the live event show, I'm sorry, I'll stop. No, don't cause as many problems as you want. I went back upstairs and bless her, Nan went, I don't get TikTok. I'm worried about TikTok. Someone sent 77 pumpkins. I hope they don't all come to the front door. Bless us.
I'm sure she can make pumpkin soup, can't she?
Yeah, she could make pumpkin soup and all the pumpkins that we'll leave her. But no, they're not coming to the front door, Nan. Trust me. Nan is a great watcher of the show. She'll be watching tonight in the front room on the big screen on YouTube. But no, don't worry. When I say we've just got 10 pumpkins, they're not coming to the house. All right? They're not coming to the house. Unless Simon drops them off.
Yeah, I might just do that put them all in your driveway tomorrow.
Yeah,
there's some going at the back of the shop actually.
Yeah, I'll bring them home. So sorry to interrupt you. What you were saying there, Simon, it just made me laugh. So
yeah, I think it was probably Carl Christmas was my first big communication.
Yeah,
big communication. Yeah,
I get that.
Bawley. I've seen things at Bawley. Yeah,
but when you went out with your friend all them years ago,
yeah,
did you not know then that you may have had something?
I knew I'd seen something. I don't know. I didn't know if it was something me and him had conjured up through an energy. I sort of wanted to dismiss it at the time because I was probably scared of it. I was probably more scared of it back then when it really come to me, yeah, I wish I'd used it at the time I first felt it, but I didn't. Knowing what I know now, I should have used it back all those years ago. But it obviously wasn't meant to be at that time.
Yeah. No, but this is what I'm saying is like that question there. Even though you knew Cold Christmas was the epiphany moment,
Yes.
the moment that you went bang.
Wow. Yeah.
But
I can hear things.
yeah, but did you not slightly believe back all them years?
Yeah, I did believe, but then I was also seeing UFOs. I also saw a lot of other things. A lot of other things. It was,
So would you not say that was potentially your first?
yeah, it probably was. It was probably my first experience. My first experience would be the book, would be that event that happened in your mum's room. That would probably be one of my first experiences. And then when we were driving in Epping Forest, and we both stopped and drew the same thing that we'd seen, explained the same thing that we'd seen. Then we went round the corner, thought we'd run something or somebody over because it went under the car, much like it did when we went to Bawley. We both got out expecting to see either a person or an animal. There was nothing. So that was probably my first experiences back then. Yeah. And I didn't then choose to make anything of it, which I probably should have done. But hey ho, I'm here now.
Yeah, but that's the whole fascination of it. Is that I think with a lot of people, they don't necessarily realize until that moment. I think
Yeah.
I don't think that people working within this field have that. It always, to me, feels like there is a gap
Yes.
between the first moment to that epiphany moment.
Yes.
Um,
And I think life gets in the way a lot as well.
yes,
Life
I
does get in the way a lot.
because thank you for Sarah in the chat is helping and supporting us. Hit the likes and support, guys, for the show. Thank you ever so much. For everybody that is supporting us on TikTok, absolutely fantastic. It's a different world. It's a different world on TikTok. But there's a slight gap because when I first had my sort of first experience to knowing, there was a good gap in between. Year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3. I remember being woke up in the night with the voice calling my name. I remember speaking to you about it, and then it fizzled out, and then it happened again in a later time, and then it's when it got more dramatic. Do you know? It was
I get. Yeah, I
think
get that.
yours is, your entry. When you come into the spiritual world, when you was at Cold Christmas, you got led into it, and it was nice for you.
Yes.
I think I was ignoring it. I think I was being naughty and totally ignoring it. And I think they forced my hand to believe in it.
Yes.
So that's how I see it.
Yeah. And I've known you had the gift. You have to. Yeah. Gift might not be. I don't know. Perhaps that's. Yeah. Is it a gift? Well, everybody can have it. So this is what I don't get. I think everybody can have it if they want it.
Yes.
Everybody's got the ability to develop it. Honestly,
I think so.
I seriously think so. Yeah.
I don't
people stand there and say, no, I couldn't do it. Actually, you could. You just need to
just understand it.
Yeah.
I think we're all capable of it. We're all capable of it. Evening, Sarah. Welcome to the show. Right, I'm going to Russ. Russ, known you for years and always been fascinated with how you know things you shouldn't. Do you get emotional with speaking to people who had regrets when they've left this world? Yes.
Yeah, well, let's go back to Kelvin and Bunker when we led that person out of the bunker. I think there was 14 people, maybe 12 people that led that person out, and I don't think there was a dry eye between us.
No.
We were absolutely in tears, Craig. Floods of tears. It was.
Yes, very much so. And you know, when I give readings, I always try to give the message that I'm given. Sometimes they can be hard, but sometimes you have to put them into ways.
Yeah.
But when you get energies that come through, that when the people is sitting in front of you, the worst ones that I feel, I say the worst ones, the ones I get emotional with the most, is with the people that are sitting directly in front of me, rather than the spirit, because of when they say, I tried to get there, but I never made it. That's the hardest thing I have to deal with. And people losing little children is quite hard.
Yeah.
But then there's a grace of that they're still with you. But when someone says to, you know, when the spirit says to me, tell them I don't give a crap that they never made it. I knew you loved me. You can't take their pain away, because you can't replace that feeling that they've lost. I can give reassurance that the spirit, their dad, their mum, their aunt, their uncle, their nan, their granddad, Bob, Julie, or whoever, I can give them, you know, the message that they don't care. They're with you now.
Yeah.
They knew you was on their way, but they were just not there. They couldn't hold on any longer. And don't blame yourself. Why feel guilty for that? You shouldn't, because your intentions was pure, and that's all you need to know. You was trying to get there. But that's what makes me feel emotional more than anything.
Yeah, and I think Craig is saying there, though, the question: do you get emotional with speaking to people who had regrets when they left this world? Okay, so it was spirit that's left this world as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I? Yes, I suppose I do.
Yeah, I do. People actually, there's some spirits can really get to me, and then I have to walk away. I do have to walk away, and then come back. I don't let it go, but sometimes you just have to walk away because you can. I can be in floods of tears, and that is, anybody that knows me, is really, really unusual to see me in floods of tears, because it doesn't happen. But yeah, spirit can do it to me. It's probably the one thing that can, to be honest.
A lovely comments just come through on TikTok from Sarah. Love never dies. Grief is just love with nowhere to go. So,
Yeah,
you know, yeah, I do think it is that emotion. There is, regrets. Depends on what their regret is.
yeah.
I think there's a fine line there, isn't there, between what regret,
Depends what they've done as well.
yeah, you know,
I'd say it depends what they've done.
yeah, as well. Yeah.
But it would be emotional in another way.
Yeah.
With some of the people I've spoken to.
Yeah.
In spirit. Yeah.
Morning, Christian.
Morning, Christian.
Let's have a look. So yeah, yes, you can do. It goes both ways, though. I think giving readings and speaking to spirit can really, you know, hit you hard sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hit you hard in either way. Steph, do you think meeting, knowing like-minded people helps development?
190, 200%.
Yeah, it's a blunt answer. I don't think
so. Yeah.
I just because
it's your energies. It's your energies as well.
I'm going to pick on him. I am going to pick on him, Christian, for example.
Yeah.
If you went and tried to talk spirit about the spiritual world with Christian and tried to develop, you'd have no. All right, you'd have no hope. All right, because he's a scientist. You still hate me, Russ? No, I don't hate you. You know I don't hate you, Christian.
One day you're going to come out at an event, mate. I honestly will take you out on a ghost hunt.
But yeah, just do surround yourself with people that are like-minded, like yourself.
Yeah,
You know, like spiritual people go to spiritual people. It's just a nice thing to do. It's no different to, I suppose. No, you know, if you're a football fan, you surround yourself. You know, sometimes you're with football friends, aren't you? And you're a group of friends if you go to football. It's all different things. If you like Formula One, you watch Formula One with your friends. If they like Formula One, you don't watch it. You know, it's. I think, it's a simple question.
Yeah, and I think also, Steph, if you're with like-minded people, they will be on the same wavelength, so they will be giving off energy, and you will be feeding on their energy as much as we feed when we go out. We feed on other people's energies. Yeah, so yeah,
absolutely. Right, guys, come. I'd
be respectful and hold on to the closet man. I could find, but it wouldn't change my mind. Okay.
But I don't think you could change Christian.
No, I don't think you probably could, but
I don't think you could. I really don't. Right, let's have a go. Let's have another question coming in. When you are going about your daily life and you pick up a messenger, would you stop and tell them the message?
Depends what the message is. It really does depend what the message is. Yeah. If they were in danger, then probably yes, I would. Yeah.
I've got an experience in this. What is it? Not an experience. Yeah, an experience. I had to deal with it. And I couldn't do anything but not deal with it because everything was pushing me to tell this person. So one night, when I used to sit in circle in the Elm Park Circle, on the way home, I decided to do some shopping in Tesco's. It must have been around Christmas time because it was when it was open 24/7. I remember walking around walking around Tesco's, Rainham Tesco's it was, and there was hardly anybody in Tesco's at 11:30 at night, whatever time it was. It was late, and I remember putting the bits in my trolley and walking down, and I remember walking towards this woman. I remember walking towards this woman, and all I had was her mum come up to the side of me and tell her, and he said, please tell her, don't put the chocolate biscuits in the trolley. And I said respectfully to the in the lady in spirit, I said, I can't tell her that. I can't physically tell her that because I'm going to get a punch or a push. And as I walked past the lady that I had to tell, the wheel trolley collapsed and the trolley wouldn't push. It snapped. The metal snapped and it stopped dead next to her. And I give her the message. I said, you're either going to punch me, you're going to hate me, but I've got your mum in spirit, and she's telling me you must not put them chocolate biscuits into your trolley because of the news that you've been given. And she broke down in tears. And after about 3 or 4 minutes, when she consoled herself, she said, I got told I was diabetic this morning. and all she wanted was chocolate. So the answer to your question, Kelly, is
Sometimes.
I don't think I would do it again because of the.
I don't know.
It's different if it's danger. If
Yeah.
you feel like life is in danger, I get that. But probably on that sort of message, I don't know. I really don't know if I could do it again because it's evil. I felt wrong. I felt, you know, it could have been taken the different way by that woman. She could have hit me.
Oh, yeah, it's good though.
She could have absolutely clumped me.
Would have been funny though.
Yeah, to you lot. But she was twice the size of me. So
Well, she probably really didn't need them biscuits then, did you?
she put the biscuits back.
Good.
She did put the biscuit back.
Yeah, in an answer to another question, it's answering it that way. There's things that I have been told about people and haven't told them.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I think that's. I know where that's going with you.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't.
No, because I think it come out itself, didn't it? Let's say.
Years later.
Yeah. But yeah, there is things that I think we do, with the voice of spirit, there's things that you just can't say because of how people would react.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So that's that, one of the questions there. So yes and no, how you see fit. But it's different if people are coming in for a reading.
Yeah, because they're asking. They want to know specific questions. Yeah. I'm open to change. Reasonable people have to be open to be convinced, but it would need a scientific explanation and not an explanation of faith and belief. Okay, fine. I get that. That's fair.
And but with spirit, you can't put science to it.
You can't. No, you can't. So
there's no such thing as in the spirit world as science.
Not yet.
Socket. Welcome. So following that, can you block these messages out from hearing them?
No, I think if a spirit wants to give you a message, you're going to get it. It's what you choose to do with that message.
Yeah.
You can stop. You can turn spirit off. It's a bit like turning a light on and off. If you don't want to communicate, then you can switch yourself on and off. That's what you have to develop as you're developing into mediumship, really, because otherwise you'd be at it 24/7. But if a spirit wants to give you a message, they're going to give you that message.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And there is, when me and Simon do our teachings, there is ways of delivering messages. You put it in terminology that is,
yes.
Perhaps
you need to get down to the doctors just for a little checkup.
Yeah. If spirit is telling me that they're unwell, then please go to doctors. I don't. If I said, look, if it's not important, it's not important. I would generally say I don't feel it's important. You just need to be checked.
I think your car needs an MOT. Have you had your car checked lately?
Yeah. And if there is sort of like an issue that is going to cause, how would you put it? There's going to be caused fractions within their life. I'm giving away my clues now. So if I say it, but you just say maybe something like, there's a few dark clouds around you at the moment that you need to shift.
Yeah.
There's certain words that you can sort of say to help people that it's about making the message, how you interpret the message, because spirit sometimes can be blunt and then some spirit can be absolutely cryptic.
Yes, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
They're either going to tell you exactly how it is, or they're not.
Or they're going to make you work. It's what we
Yeah.
say. There's spirits that will talk to you off pact, so you're talking to them all the time, or they're going to make you work bloody hard for it.
Yeah,
Bloody hard for it. But that's the challenge.
that's exactly it. There is some quotes coming in over on TikTok. Sarah's put, "It's lovely to think she was with her mum when she found out the light she had a health issue." So she's talking about the biscuit lady. Shouldn't really call her the biscuit lady, but it was a biscuit lady. Sarah's put, "I've never witnessed, heard, or seen anything spiritual / supernatural, but I'm almost sure I have felt it."
Yeah.
And that's a weird one, isn't it?
Yes.
Because witnessed, I think if you're saying you have felt it, I think you can probably say you've witnessed it.
Yes.
Because as you know, it's something that you can't explain. I go back to Christians thing. I can't give you a scientific I can't give you anything that gives you a scientific side of it because I don't understand it. But everyone has felt something. Everyone has felt the goosebumps. Everyone has felt, the saying, "Someone has walked on your grave."
Over your
A
grave.
goose, yeah. Now that is, to me, is a sign of spirit coming close to you. When you get the goosebumps on the sides of your arms, when your hair stick up on the back of your neck, to me, that is spirit. To Christian, that'd be because you're cold.
Yeah. It would.
And that's as simple as it gets.
Yeah, I get where Christian's coming from. Because I looked at it for a long time. I looked at it that way, and that was, yeah. I did look at it for a long time before. I tried to, I tried to put everything I could to it, but it never went away. Put it that way.
Yeah, and
It never went away. So,
the way of blocking it, no. You don't. I don't. When I do a reading for someone, I don't block out anything.
no, I wouldn't want to block a message out.
And I can probably safely say I've never held anything back from people. I've always told them the best truth I have. I just put it in a different way that makes it sound more acceptable to the recipient. Yeah. I've give people, if I believe that you could take the message fully and hit it on your face with a punch, then yes, you'd get it with that. But I'd ask it. Have you ever received a message while I've been with me?
No.
Yes, I have.
No, I haven't.
But I'm not willing to put that on air.
Okay. No, I can't say as I have, because I think we're very much like people I've known and people that can block me getting into your zone, if you like.
Yeah.
To be quite honest. So no, I haven't.
But
all right, okay. Do you want me to read this one?
Yeah, go on then.
But what if, and there already is, a scientific explanation for sudden goosebumps? Biological, evolutionary remnants. Yeah. It's playing hard to get.
Yeah, it's not about that. It's not about, I get it goes back to this question here. It just links to this question here. You're no different to for me, when people are around me, when I walk through, when I do events, when I do, go through shopping, it's no different to when there's always going to be someone around that is wanting to get a message to someone. So you standing next to me, or Joe Blogg standing next to me, or someone else standing next to me, it's no different. There's no different to when I walk down the street and then I know I just have to send that person some healing.
Yeah.
I just know that something is not right with that person. And then that might be not, you know, I had it a few months ago with the person on the bridge, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
When I saw that person, I knew what they were going to do. I just made a phone call, called 999. That's all I did, knowing that person saved his life. And that's as simple as it gets. It was just a knowing that something wasn't right with that person. Sorry, I'm just going to go back to a question that we've gone to. Sarah said, but when I felt it, it was sort of warm, not warm like heat. It was just a close. I can describe the feeling: sad but relaxed and safe. That's a nice feeling. I suppose that's really what.
It's a good feeling. Yeah. It's good
You
feeling.
know,
Nice.
when you balance it, when you go into an investigation, okay,
Yeah.
that sort of feeling. I think when them feelings come in, I think we're all quite structured. So when you go into a location, Simon, and
Yeah.
you've got a feeling of warmth, niceness, you know you're dealing with something nice.
Yeah.
You go into something that straight away you think, oh, I don't like this. There's something not right here. Your back's gone up. You know you're dealing with something that isn't right.
Yeah.
Or you're going to go straight through the door and something comes straight up to your face and say, what you doing here?
Yeah.
We're going for a fight. Your back's up. And I think that's how the spiritual side works.
Yes.
I think you
Yeah.
that warm feeling would, for me, if someone said that to me, like Sarah does, I feel warm, I feel relaxed. I would safely say that that's either a loved one, a guide, an angel that is surrounding her.
Yeah. Protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she come up to me and said, I felt cold, I felt anger, I felt I didn't want it, then you're looking at the, it's something that isn't right.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think your feelings are the most important part of it.
Yeah.
I really do. That's how I see it.
Yeah. I agree. It's, yeah.
So it was just how quick it changed from scared to calm. Yeah, because they don't want to frighten you.
And I can still go places now and be really scared. Don't get me wrong. And I've been doing this for a long time now. But I can go to places that I wouldn't.
But Sarah has put the fear was my own. The warmth was given to me. That's quite a nice way of putting it, isn't it? It's quite a right. Come on then.
I wouldn't like any healing, but the message you have would be interested to hear at some point in the future. Okay. It would need to be a message that I couldn't work out from any public information, common knowledge of me, or a generic loved one message. Okay.
There you go. There you go. So, Christian,
It's a little bit curious, Christian.
yeah, that's changed my whole
curiosity
concept.
there, Christian.
Yeah,
No?
very curiosity. Jessica Rosewood. Hi guys. When would the footage from Stephen's house be available to see? The table spinning, moving across the crazy. Right. So we have all the footage. Okay. But the massive problem at the moment that we have is that our video editor has all the footage on his computer and his computer has gone bang. So we are a long way behind where we need to be. But I know that we've been speaking, say Paul is our video footage messenger worker out. And let's just say, I think we will probably be looking to after Christmas. I know he's got one on there, probably two on there ready to go, but we just can't get them off. and we don't want to lose anything just at the moment. So just please bear with us. We've got a lot of footage to go, and then we'll go with it. But it is there because that was an amazing table tip in that room, going everywhere. I was with you on that one. So yeah, we'll get that one sorted. So what was this one? A scientist has to hear the theory, the message to establish the source.
Yeah, I agree.
What is Christian? What is your job?
Yeah.
What is your? Are you a scientist? Are you a scientist? Are you like? If you got like a PhD or something in like?
Christian, we did take a team of scientists out. It was our first ever event.
Yeah, we did. We did. School teachers, a lawyer.
No, they weren't. They were scientists, weren't they?
No,
Yeah.
Christian's a lawyer.
Oh,
Well, let's just say if I ever get into trouble, Christian, you know where I'm coming from. Right. Do demons exist? From Nikki Game. This is a tough one. This is a very rabbit hole question.
yeah.
You
I
go
believe.
first.
Yes, I do. I do think demons exist, and I think you can call demons. I do think you can call demons forward. I just think a state of mind also can cause demons. I think. Well, what causes people to take their own lives? I think that's in a way of that sort of thing as well. Yeah, so I do believe they exist. Yes.
And yes, I do believe in demons. I do. And let's delve right into that question. Thank you for the love heart, whoever sent that over on over on TikTok. A load of love hearts. Thank you. Sent a flaming heart. Thank you ever so much. Have a great weekend, and to Simon too. That's coming from Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Alex, it was a lovely holiday. Thank you ever so much. Really nice. It was brilliant. So thank you, Sarah, for joining us tonight. You've been great in the chat. Hope to see you again soon. I think she's there. I think have a great weekend. Yeah, she's gone, I think. Right. So do demons exist? Let's venture down the question then because I think it's a very loose question. If I answer it bluntly, yes.
Yeah.
But I think we have to explore what we are classing as a demon.
Yeah. I think in America, demons exist far more than they do over here. No, but if you go by their programs, everything's demonic. I don't think everything is demonic. But yes, I do think there is things that haven't walked on this earth plane. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Yes, I do.
So, are you looking at the demons as a biblical sense?
Yeah, I suppose I am. Yes.
So, a biblical sense of demonology.
Yeah.
So we are talking about fallen angels.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
blind spirits, demonic spirits. Yeah. And demons. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I know we've spoke about this and things like that, but how does your logic sit within the whole paranormal field with the demonic side of things and the spiritual side of things? Where do they fit? Do you fit anything else in there?
Me as a person, and me as an investigator, and me as a spiritual person, I like to keep spiritual and demonic apart. I wouldn't necessarily go looking for demonic. No way, shape, or form. I would go looking for spirit. I would go ghost hunting. I wouldn't go demonic hunting. I'm scared of that. That's something I'm scared of. I wouldn't want anything that could attach to me and cause me problems because I think they can.
I think we would. I think it's different for us over
Yes.
somewhere different. I think there's a knowing. I think there's a right. So it's a good question. It's a good question because we could explore what it is. What's the difference between demons and evil? Is it the same? No, in my eyes, no. And this is what I think. What I said at the beginning of the show, with our US compatriots, the word evil will naturally fit into the demon side of things within the US. So let me put it my way. I keep my spiritual work very simple, and I will contradict myself at the end because I don't know where to fit it. Okay. But you can pick the bones out of that what you will. I have um I have two senses. Okay. I have demonic and I have spirit.
Yep.
Simple. I keep it simple. Now, what sits within the spiritual world? Everything. Everything that is touched this earth plane is spirit.
Yep.
Now, that could be a murderer, that could be a rapist, that could be a paedophile. I'm classing that as spirit. Yes, evil, but it's spirit. It's touched this earth plane.
Yep.
For me, demonic is an energy that is trying to get to this earth plane.
Agree.
And that's as simple as I call it. But, and this is where my contradiction comes in, and you can rip me apart for all you want. I don't quite know where angels fit, because angels that we talk about, we use Raphael, Archangel Michael, don't we?
Yeah.
Gabriel.
There's loads of them. Yeah, there's absolutely loads.
There's a few of them. Now, I don't know where they fit because of the are they fictional? Are they
They're
fallen
biblical, aren't
angels? They are biblical.
Yeah.
But so there's a
I
lot.
don't think even the Bible will tell you where the fallen angels go. I'm sure it's just something that's coming from a
Well, you
head
look
there.
at
I don't know why. I must have read it somewhere along the line.
Lucifer is what? God's son, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
There's links there.
Yeah.
But
I don't-
but yeah, it's very loose. Right. As Christians put, as far as I understand, a demon has never lived a life before where spirit
Yeah.
has been a living person. I agree, Christian. That's how I see it. But
Yeah.
with a demon, do they exist? Yes. How they exist, totally. So just go to Nick. If you happen upon a demon, how do you block that energy? Just, I think there is a strong. I don't think it is as easy as we are led to believe with Hollywood. All these films of demonic possession, I think it takes. Let's look
I
at.
think you'd have to get help, to be honest.
And
Not
do you hear of many cases within the UK of that happening? No.
but perhaps they're not publicised as much.
Yeah.
Because we do tend to sweep things under the carpet in the UK, where it's all out there in the US, isn't it?
Yeah, but I believe in the US they have to have one exorcist or demonologist per state. I believe. I don't know if that's so true now, but I don't. As far as we've got demonologists in this country, so-called demonologists, but I don't think we have any what you would call biblical exorcists. I think if you was to go to the church in this country, I think
There are people that come out and exercise in house, isn't there? Things like
yeah,
that
but that's
in this
different.
country.
It's different to what we're talking about. Of
Yeah.
I
But
there's in this country, I feel that look, someone that I'm only quoting what I feel. I don't know if it's 100% right, but I feel that if you feel that you've got a demonic possession within your home or a person, you can call obviously the Catholic Church in with the Pope and everything like that. They will assess you, and then they will have to go back to, I'm assuming, the Vatican or wherever they go to, their head of thing, and then they will decide whether they feel that it is enough
warrants,
out
yeah.
to an exorcism. I think it's highly illegal in this country. I'm not too sure. I don't think it's a practice that is legal.
I don't know. I know
yeah,
it's done. It is done here. For
yeah,
sure. For sure it's done here.
but I don't think it is as done as
No.
commonly. I think we have a protocol in this country. And I think that's a little bit why the Warrens wasn't as successful in the UK than they was as in the States, because I don't think our laws were as free bending as what they were in the States with exorcisms.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I'm
Yeah.
not putting anything against the Warrens here. That's not what I'm saying.
No. But
in the States, I think it was quite easy to get hold of, someone from the church that believed in it can help. I think coming over to this country, their hands were tied because I don't think it was necessarily around.
no. But in answers to Nikki's question there, I think the first contact will probably be a church.
Exactly.
It's got to be a church. It's, there are demonologists that could probably help.
But any good demonologist would sit with you at church. They would say that to you.
Yeah.
That's as there's a lot to do with Hollywood that would, I've lost that comment. There it is. Would makes up what happens. If that makes sense. Let's have a look at this question. The
Maths argument. America is a lot younger country, therefore less people have died. But it's a big country, so more likely for a demon to be witnessed. UK is very old in history and lots of deaths, so there is a higher ratio of dead spirits. UK also have fewer people, so less opportunities for demons to be witnessed. Yeah, but
within the US, that their demonologists, their demon side of things, counts for
negative
rapists, murders,
negative spirits, that sort of thing. Yeah.
So that is what I see. If you watch something like Ghost Adventures or whatever his name is, Zach Bagans, anything.
He's probably watching you on TikTok. So be nice.
Zach, I love you, but I don't. Everywhere you go, there's a demon. But in the UK, you would just become a mass murderer, and that's who you would be dealing with. That's not a demon in my eyes.
No,
it's an evil person. And yes, you could tar him with a demon side of things because of what that person had done. But I don't necessarily feel that is the right answer for that. I'd watch Zach, but not for that. What is so that is my take on the demonology side of things.
Yeah.
Okay. I do think I do generally believe that they do have an issue with your belief.
Yeah.
And
didn't we? We did have it. Was it Bill? What was his name?
Yeah.
Bill
Bean. Bill Bean.
Yeah, it was Bill Bean. He was an American demonologist. If you get a chance.
Reverend. Reverend.
Yeah, look at that. Look at him, Nicky. He might give you a bit more. He was on one of our shows, isn't he? And that was quite an informative show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's worth watching.
So, yeah. just have a little research into it and see what you make up your own opinion, because people think demons are just come out of the blue. There's a lot goes on to bring a demon forward. A hell of a lot.
Yes.
It's not just a matter of opening the front door and then a demon
Well,
pops through the door.
If you think about it, look how many we've probably witnessed in our time. In our time, what we've witnessed. Probably 2, maybe 3. I go to the scratches down the back.
Yeah.
I think that was possibly one. And I think the Welsh cottage.
The Welsh, what we've been to a few Welsh cottages,
Yeah,
Simon.
the Welsh cottage where the holy water come out.
Was that the Welsh cottage with
Hag 1 and Hag 2?
Hag 1, Hag 2? Yes.
The bed lifting up.
Yeah. That was, but that's definitely what I would call a demonic side of things. I suppose you could, once again, I don't quite know where poltergeist fits in, but you could fit poltergeist quite easily into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would, but then you look at the other cottage though, with the 2 cottages that we had, that had a sense of evil about it.
Which one was that?
The one where Henry set the front room alight with the logs. Simple. So that one.
Yeah, I do remember that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it did. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So that had a negative feel to it.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did.
Before I go back to that question, thanks. I'll look into that. Let's have a look at Jessica has put there. Will there be an opportunity at future events to have a group seance? Enjoyed it at the last where Warrior was all in a circle, hearing different experiences from the night and chatting together.
Chanting. Did we chant?
Oh, we did the mass seance at the end.
Yeah, we did.
Top. That was quite good.
Yeah, it was good actually. Yeah,
we can
do.
Definitely. We can, just Jessica, when you see us, mention it.
Yeah.
Mention it at an event when you're next there with us. Mention it. Just mention.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah. We honestly will do it.
Yeah. Speak to any of the team leaders and we'll do it. All right. We'll make sure it happens. Hashtag touch Phil. That's what it was. Steph has put, if you look at when a lot of demonic films were based, mental health programs, etc., changed a lot. And is how most like diagnosed with schizophrenia, bipolar, etc., less likely.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I do. We love science and psychology.
We love definitely science, and I agree with that as well. But Steph is a very, very switched on person, Christian.
Yeah,
very switched on person and spiritual.
I agree with what Steph is saying here.
So do I. Yeah,
I'm a strong believer that possession. Demonic issues, not to say it's every time, that's not what I'm saying, but I would say there's a good 40 to 50% of people that are having tough times, depression, taking their own lives, anxiety, could be very strongly linked to demonic possession or a demonic energy that is around them. Maybe not possession. I may be using the words too strong there. But I will say is that it could be an energy that is living within the house, and that would have consequences on how their life moves forward and things like that. And it could lead to bad things.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. You won't change my mind on that. You can put as much science, you can put as much whatever it is in front of me, Christian, but you won't get me to sway on that one, okay? Because there's not, I'm not a scientist, and I think we're baffled with science, and I don't believe half it. But yeah, keep your questions coming, guys. Keep your questions coming. Thank you for everybody that is watching over on TikTok. Great job, you've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. So thank you for everybody on TikTok. I'm not taking a break. We've only got another 25 minutes of the EGH Paranormal Talk Show, live and exclusive on Pulse Talk Radio, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok tonight. And it is questions and answers nights tonight. So put your theories in, guys. Do you feel that the demonic side lives? There was something on, what was it the other day? Did you, Nan recorded something on Sky Plus for me. Did you see it about the cursed painting?
No. Is it good?
It was only a news report. I just think, to me, they found it in a, let me see if I can just get it up. Hold on. Let's have a look. Cursed painting. I think it was in London. Somewhere, charity shop. Was that it? That's it. Yeah, let's have a read of this. Sky News. What? Right. The cursed portrait of a little girl has been twice returned to a charity shop for being haunted. It has now been sold for more than £1,680.
Yeah, see?
The painting went viral after it was pictured in East Sussex charity shop. The shop with a warning sign on it, "She's back. Sold twice, returned twice. Are you brave enough?" Zoe Elliott was the last person to buy the portrait. She told Sky it was returned to Hark a few days later.
Christian, would you buy that painting?
Of course he would. Of course he would. Was he put, oh no, that's not
how I read it. It was to say that years ago we understood mental health issues much less than today. Therefore, demonic possessions seem more common. However, in today's era, many of these possessions may be scientifically diagnosed rather than supernatural. Steph, is this right? So, okay, I'll get you. All right, perhaps I read that wrong as well then.
Sorry, yeah. What's happened? Sorry.
Well, that says what I think Steph was saying is that if you look at, hold on, no, go back to what Christian said. Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
that's
yes, Christian. Yeah, Steph's come back now.
Hold on. I've lost the conversation now. Steph's put, yes, Christian, I'm very open to spirit, but some things demonic. I believe there has been many exorcisms were done far too quick and would be today with mental health assessment.
Okay, so what Steph is saying, back then we didn't know that much about mental illness, schizophrenia, bipolar, etc. So a lot of it would have been put as demonic, whereas today it's not because they're being diagnosed.
Right, got you.
I believe. I hope.
Yeah. No, but because he wouldn't buy it. No,
Why?
but because it's only good marketing rather than haunted. If the shop didn't disclose it was returned due to being haunted, it would have been sold.
It wouldn't have sold at that value.
I get that. I do get that. I do get that because I do feel, and that is my whole reason why I like Uncanny.
Yeah, Christian, do you watch Uncanny?
He wouldn't watch that.
No, but he should. That's probably one he should, because there is. You've got Kieran O'Keefe on there. To me, that's Christian.
Yes, yeah, definitely so. Yeah. Definitely so. Right. So we're going to be going back through. What are your views on Help My House is Haunted? Feel the show has progressively become more entertainment purposes. Do you think shows like this give people attending your events a certain expectation?
Of course. Yeah. Of course they do.
I think all paranormal shows are based on the very first episodes of Most Haunted. I think they give you, calling out. I think that's what it is. I think we've helped my host hadn't helped the newer series. Hate to say it, I think it's going down that American path.
Mhm.
And I don't agree with that. If it could bring it back to how it was sort of 2 seasons ago, I think that would be reasonable. But they are bringing the one thing I will say with Most Haunted, Help My House is Haunted, is that they are bringing the technology side of things through that we have forgot. Dowsing rods, pendulum, board, glass divination. I think they are using that rather than okay, they use the gadgets with the voice phenomena and things like that. So I'll stick by that and say that's I think good. But
Yeah.
do shows like that give people tenure? Yes,
Yeah, they do.
I do. I think they expect things to be thrown.
Yeah, Casper to jump out. They expect to see a full body apparition. It's yeah, we have had it. We have had it, and it does happen, but it's not going to happen every time we go on a ghost hunt.
No.
And sometimes you can be sitting there, and you should be sitting there for 40, 50 minutes getting nothing because it's at something that happens in 5 minutes of your time you're sitting there that is your evidence. So, yes, those sort of shows do really not cause us problems because they don't, but yeah, the expectation is raised because some of the guests come on and probably who don't come back again expect to see it like Most Haunted and things moving and being scared. We're not going to do that. We're not going to jump out on people. But tell a lie, I did make Jay scare the guests at Langard fault, but it was brilliant. But that's the only time I've ever done it in my life.
but yeah, no, it does come with a bit of expectation, and pretty much what I say within when I take my groups, I say, look, we're looking for different things here. We're not looking for things that are being thrown. I'm looking for that person that stands in the group that everyone's laughing, but they're crying, or they feel different, or everyone's crying and that one person's laughing. I'm looking for the anomaly within the group because they are the key. It's feeling, spirit coming at an entry level. They don't come straight in by throwing a bloody rock at you or a knife or a bit of sellotape. 9 times out of 10, they come in with making you feel different.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes, and Landguard was a perfect example of it, the place can get to us. That place got to me before that event. Without doubt, that place got to me before I went into that event. Without a doubt, there's something.
Prepare for everything.
Yeah.
And that's why, not to say that, and that's why I will say to you, there was an underlying evil in that place that was something that I've never witnessed before, but I sensed that before I turned up, and I don't normally do that, and that's why I think I was more open to it. I think the witchcraft that had gone on there at Langard Fault had caused a lot of stuff to come forward. I think they've opened things there that are a lot closer to things that we've ever been to before. So,
But the thing was that we've done that twice in the past. That was our 3rd time there. But did you remember much of that? Because I remember about the tunnels. I remember, but nothing else.
When I got there, things started to come back slightly.
But not as I remembered it. Really, not as I remembered it.
No,
but great. It was a great event. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't remember the cells, but then I did remember the cells. Yeah, there were certain bits. I remember the bath, then I didn't remember the bath.
You were laying in the bath.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, expectations. I do think people come with certain expectations. The best way to come to an event is have no expectations, be open-minded.
Don't be like Christian.
Yeah, I watched the first one. As I was talking about uncanny.
Yeah,
I watched the first one with the Mrs. Something lady. I could work out a scientific reason for every submission that she made.
good.
But,
That's good.
but that's what I said. I sort
Keep
of
watching
agree.
them, though, Christian. Do us a favour and just keep watching them.
I sort of agree with him there in a way, but is what I did like is how they. I don't want to give the game away if people ain't watched it, but how they got the numbers of the houses and they figured it out in the end. I thought that was brilliant. That was fantastic. That was a bit of information that I was like, wow, good. I'm glad you got that in there. So we're into the last 15 minutes, guys, of the talk show tonight. So we've got probably time for a couple of questions. Let's hit us with the couple of questions, guys. Come on. Last couple of questions.
What are the TikTok likes?
What are the TikToks like? 5,800.
There you go.
And I've got 10 pumpkins. 10 pumpkins.
Be delivered tomorrow.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue what that means, but you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I think we've got some good. TikTok is good.
Yeah.
It is good to have it running in the background. I've got to get away of getting this screen that Facebook and YouTube see onto that screen, because
you probably will lose viewers, though.
No, because it comes to see they're just hearing your voice through a speaker.
Okay.
And that ain't right.
Oh, it's good for me.
No, but they can. I know the TikTok lovers can. TikTok lovers can hear you, but it'd be good if you could. Has Christian? He's a totally non-believer, Karen.
Yeah, totally non-believer.
He comes to the shop. He's a good friend of the garden centre.
He's a good friend. He's actually a good friend. Yeah.
And we talk to him all the time. So, yeah, he's a totally non-believer. Do I think we'd ever get him to believe? I don't think I've got a hope in hell of getting him believe unless...
never say never. Never say never.
Well, there is, the only way, whatever I say, he's going to turn it around and put it into something. The only way he'd ever find it if something grabbed him in the middle of the night, chucked him out the bed, and there was no one there. And then he's going to turn that round into something, whatever it is. There's something. What's happened there? Something's just gone. Oh, something's just happened. But right, okay. So yeah, totally never be a believer. So I don't think he ever will be if he's still there. I see. Look, I knew it. See, whatever. I pray for that most nights, Russ. Steffi said, if you were only allowed to visit one venue and never go again, and allowed to revisit one, only allowed to revisit.
Yeah. So one of the events we've done before, and never go again. Where would you go?
Oh. It's got to be somewhere where I've been.
Yeah. Do you know what?
And never go again?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? Where would I be allowed to revisit one venue? I think it would be Hellfire Caves in Ireland.
What, and never go again?
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever want... I'd like to do it once more because...
You want to see what it was all about.
Full effect there.
Yeah.
That I wanted to. And then, yeah, again, that I felt that was a bit demonic.
So one more time. I don't know where I would want. You forcing me this question because I would like to. I'd love to go back. I'm the same with HMS Warrior.
Right. Okay.
I think there's something there that needs addressing. Yeah. I don't quite know what needs addressing, but would I never go again? Never go again? Yeah, Warrior. but I'd be gutted not to go again. There's nowhere I could not want to not go again. Does that make sense?
I could give you one.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go. I've never been to that place anyway. I've been there once. I can't say it because it's a village and I don't want to offend the locals.
I could give you another one.
Oh, HMS Warrior was one of the best. It was, but there was an underlying energy through that night.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. And
I would have, like you had that regret. And I know now that I should have done it, and I know Jay would have been happy to have allowed it to happen. But if the guests saw the video of the hours leading up to that event,
yeah, they would have thought twice, probably.
they would have thought twice.
Yeah.
There was it was so. I would have loved to have I should have videoed it because I know Jay wouldn't have worried. He would have gone, no, go for it. That's what happens. Of all the,
Yeah.
But for us, it was we need to help Jay more than anything.
Yeah.
And that, I would never change that because that is a sense of helping Jay and how it should be.
But I'd probably like to do the Warrior without what we had before, without that happening to Jay. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think it probably, I know Jay, I think it probably took it out of us all a little bit, getting that out of Jay before we went on the Warrior.
Yeah.
Although we had a brilliant event, we did have a brilliant event. It was fantastic. But
it hesitated. Everyone become hesitant because of what we just witnessed. Yeah. And poor old Lisa and Andy was like their first time with us. And, they think what a bunch of bloody nut jobs it was. But I say it happened. It was not to say it was a possession, but an attachment of some energy that knocked Jay out the whole day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, HMS Warrior would probably be mine, but that's a horrible question, Steph. That's horrible question.
Karen, that was.
Yeah. Was it Karen? Sorry. No, It was Steph.
Oh, it was Steph. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was Steph.
Yeah.
I've got Karen above. That's what I was
Lisa, yep. But no, yeah. Where else would...
There's not many places I wouldn't go back to.
There isn't. There's nothing that has scared me. The village has, but once again, like I say, the village is more to do with the living rather than the dead.
There's many places I'd like to do again that I didn't get out of. Like, I'd love to do Hellfire, not Hellfire. Yeah, I'd love to do Hellfire Ghost, but the other one I'd like to do is Kidderminster one.
Warwick Castle?
No, the caves there, the tunnels.
What, in Kidderminster? Drakelow.
Yeah. That's. I think I could have got a lot more out of it because I think we were staying in the most haunted place you could ever believe. Yeah, in that, where we sat ourselves down to sleep, if you'd have seen it, because there was no electric lights, was there? It was all like torch and candle. But there was massive big candle chandeliers. And the things were bloody rocking. Now, nothing could make them rock. Because we actually tried it in the morning. We went up there and tried to make them rock like they were rocking. There was people talking. Mass thought I was calling her. It was honestly, and that's what I'd have gone into. We didn't even investigate that part. Yeah, Lisa, yeah.
Honest opinion by Christian. Honestly, Karen, I would ruin an event. I wouldn't mean, but I would destroy the atmosphere and the fear of the environment plays.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But no, thank you for everyone that has joined us tonight on
Good.
the show.
Yes, good. Thank you.
I didn't think we'd get anywhere near the 2 hours tonight, but we did on all.
That's brilliant.
You know,
Very good.
so it's been a really good show. Thank you for all your lovely comments. Thank you for all your questions. It really helps. Say when we have a show like this, it really, really helps. So I want to thank everybody that has joined us on Pulse Talk Radio tonight. If you know, we should be back next week. I think we're back next week. Are we back next week? There's nothing that's going on. We should be going on, should we?
No, there isn't. It's the week after. You won't be. Or the week after that.
It's the week after, yeah, whatever, yeah, whenever. There's something happening. Yeah. Well, yeah, I might be able to do something. It'd be a bit different, but yeah, because we're at Kelvedon, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Now come back to bedside.
I'll be there in a minute, honey.
No, but thank you ever so much for everyone that has joined us tonight. Mandy as well, great night. Thank you. So thank you ever so much for everyone that has joined us. Just remember, if you want to pop in to see us and talk to us about anything, please pop down and see us at the White Elm Garden Centre, Cyrus Spiritual Connections in Bicknaker, CM3 4LR. You can pop down and have a chat with us at any time that you want. Okay, so thank you ever so much. Take care and stay safe, everybody. Thank you for everybody that has joined us over on Facebook and YouTube tonight. You've been great. Thank you for all your comments and keeping it going. Please, just remember we are back every week and hope you can join us every week. Just get your questions in. Get them in. We'll try and have subjects. But tonight was a bit of a free roam one because we didn't know if we was going to make the show tonight. But you know what? We did and enjoyed it. So take care, everybody. Stay safe and see you soon.
Good night.